Hello and welcome to another episode. I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander, and this is High Octane, where I take a commander, give it the perfect opening hand of 7 cards, and then the next 10 cards stacked to see just how fast it could possibly win a game of Commander. Now, this of course assumes no interaction from your opponents of any kind, no board wipes, no counterspells, anything like that. It's basically just a thought experiment, but it's just fun to see just how powerful some commanders are. Can they go off really fast? Can you get them to win in under a few turns? Do they have to wait until the end of the game to go off? Today's commander is Betor Kin to All. It's a really fun commander. I really love the deck I built off of it, and hopefully you will enjoy seeing it and seeing how fast it can win, and maybe you'll want to build it yourself. The key to Betor is that he is a 5/7 flying dragon, and he says, at the beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have a total toughness of 10 or greater, you draw a card, which is great. Card draw on a stick is always important. Then, if creatures you control have a toughness of 20 or greater, you untap all your creatures. So it's essentially vigilance. And finally, if creatures you control have a total toughness of 40 or greater, each of your opponents loses half their life rounded up. And that is how we're going to win. So let's go ahead and jump into the turns, starting with turn 1. We're going to just play a swamp, tap it for a soul ring, tap that for the standard arcane signet, and then tap that for a blood pet. Blood pet basically is a 1/1 that just says sacrifice it and add 1 black mana to your mana pool. That's all we can do. We go ahead and go to turn 2. We play another swamp, tapping both swamps and the soul ring to play a Thran Dynamo. We tap the Thran Dynamo to play a Bonder's Ornament. Now, we tap the Bonder's Ornament, tap the arcane signet, and sacrifice the blood pet to play a commander sphere. A lot of ramp going on, a lot of artifacts, but still nothing crazy, and it's only turn 2. But that's a lot of stuff on the field at turn 2. There's nothing we can do with that 1 last mana from commander sphere, so we pass turn. Turn 3, we play 1 final swamp, then we tap a swamp, arcane, Bonder's Ornament for green and then white, also tapping Soul Ring for the 2 colorless to play Betor Kin to All. But we still have 4 mana left, or actually we have 5 mana left. So we're going to tap Thran Dynamo for 3 colorless and tap the Commander Sphere for black to play Tree of Perdition. This is a 0/13 defender. It has an ability, but we don't really care about the ability for this thought experiment. Now, right off the bat, if you look, we've got Betor is a 5/7 and Tree of Perdition is a 0/13, meaning our creature's toughness is currently at 20. So if we swung with Betor, did some damage, we don't have to. That's got nothing to do with this little speed run we've got going on. But the point is, at our end step, we would draw a card for having 10 toughness, and then we would untap any of our creatures that were tapped because we had 20 toughness or higher. Now, we move on to turn 4, our final turn. We play a forest, and we tap all 3 of our swamps and Soul Ring for 1 of the colorless and 1 colorless floating to use later, which gives us Bloodletter Aklazotz. Not sure how to pronounce that, honestly. It is a 2/4 flyer, but most importantly, it says if an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much. Now, the thing is, using these toughnesses, we're currently at 24 toughness. Nothing's going to happen, and that's when we finally finish it off. Tap Bonder's Ornament, Commander Sphere, Arcane Signet, all for green, including the forest, and use that 1 floating Unnatural Growth. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. And because it says until end of turn, that's going to go ahead and catch Betor's triggers. So we move to the beginning of combat. All of our creatures' power and toughness doubles. We don't even have to swing because now our total toughness is 48. We move to our end step. The beginning of our end step, Betor checks before the effect of Unnatural Growth ends. And sure enough, our total toughness is over 40. So each of our opponents lose half their life rounded up. But Bloodletter triggers as well. So now they lose the other half of their life. Boom. You've just taken everybody out on turn 4. Obviously, the chances of getting these cards in this order is extremely low. It's most likely not going to ever happen. You might get some of these pieces and be able to get moving pretty quick. The point is not that it's something common. It's that it's fun to see just how powerful Betor could be if luck hits you right. And also, because now you know this, you can try and start tweaking the deck if you wanted to. Are there ways to make it even faster? Throwing in a Dark Ritual, would that speed things up even more? Could you get this to happen on turn 3? And now that you know these are the key cards and this is how it can go, do you want to tailor the deck and streamline it so that you are absolutely ramping as hard as possible and getting every black tutor and everything to get these 3 cards, creatures out on the field and then grab Unnatural Growth? and that's the entire deck and that's all it's built around, you might be able to get this to go off rather consistently, maybe turn 6, turn 5, turn 7, somewhere around there maybe, if you're lucky. The point is, it's really fun to get the creative juices flowing and get you thinking about how to build the deck and how to tweak it. So what do you think? Is there a way to make this faster? Do you play Betor Kin to All? Do you like the deck? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe. Check me out on my other socials as well. Follow me on Twitch, where I do charity streams with other content creators playing Commander. We have a lot of fun. It's a good cause. I will see you next time.